Who's watching you? The 5 on Your Side investigators uncovered thousands of cameras in your homes, your schools, your workplaces that are supposed to be private, now open to all on the internet. You've seen the ads for those IP-based cameras you can watch through your phone or your tablet.
Investigator Jonathan Walsh set out to see just how secure all this video really is, and he found an organization half a world away exposing loopholes and directly violating the most private areas of your life.
This is a naked man roaming around his family room in Virginia. So, do I have your attention? No, this is not a porn site. It's someone's private camera, hacked and being shown live on a Russian website that I'm not naming. How about medical procedures? I found a live operation in Missouri where you can actually see the needle coming out of the patient's face. Here's a sleep clinic in Maryland where a man is wired for monitoring and then sleeping on camera live. I located lots of children, numerous daycare centers with tiny, innocent babies in Michigan, school-age children playing, laughing in their classrooms in Pennsylvania, even a precious young girl sleeping in her bed in Georgia. No outside eyes should be seeing this. Crib cams. They're the very thing that parents buy so we can keep an eye on our children, keep them safe from the outside world. I found a family on Cleveland's west side that had posted a camera in their baby's room. You can actually see mom and dad changing their newborn. The diapers, the baby blanket, the little clothes. Well, this family was so devastated, so hurt that someone would live stream this for anybody to see on the internet. They asked us not to show the video. We're not. And despite their anger, their frustration, their fears, the dad was courageous enough to talk to us. We'll call him John.
It's like, leaving your blinds open and a bunch of people looking in at you.
John told me it was troubling for the family to find out that he and his baby were on that site.
Very unsettling.
The Russian website claims it's making private cameras public because people are not changing the default passwords on their systems. John admitted he was not thorough enough when using his camera.
Should have been very much more diligent about, realizing it's a window into your home.
If you were the parent of this child, what would you think?
I would be scared.
Meet Candace Hoke.
I would find it violative for myself or any family member.
She's a professor of law and a cybersecurity expert from Cleveland State. She puts the blame not only on the hackers, but the companies making the cameras.
Putting that product out on the marketplace quickly. And frequently that means that they undercut the design and engineering process, especially for security.
And our government leaders. She's worked with the Department of Defense and Homeland Security. She says if the FDA has to approve drugs, then why is there no set of standards for security cameras? Like these I found, capturing bed after bed all around the country, showing women in bed, older women, younger women.
The risks to American consumers and American businesses are substantial.
Women in California changing their clothes for work, a place where privacy is expected and should be protected. Candace says that kind of online protection is something the Federal Trade Commission wants oversight on.
The FTC has asked for years for direct authority to be able to issue rules for baseline cybersecurity. And the Congress has not authorized it.
Check this out. I'm walking on the campus of Ursuline College right here in Northeast Ohio, in Pepper Pike. The Russian website is live streaming this location as I speak. And you can see me right now. I'm in a blue coat waving my arm. I contacted the school about the publicly open camera on the website. I explained what's on that site, and school reps told me they're now asking the website to take their camera down. How easy is it to get into these systems?
It can be very straightforward.
Ken Smith is something called an ethical hacker with Secure State, a Cleveland company that touts itself as a global management consulting firm specializing in information security. This is your war room.
Yep, here we are.
This is where it all happens. Ken took us into Secure State's war room, where they're paid to break sites and help find holes in companies or government agency systems. He told me IP-based cameras started filling commercial needs, but now these cameras are all over the place. Every day, more and more are in our homes, capturing our lives. Video is wildly popular.
They've had security issues in them since the device's inception, and now because the consumers are taking them now, all those are starting to come to light.
The light is now on for a protective father. John gets it now. He was just wanting to keep his family secure, trying to do the right thing, only to show up on a website.
You have to watch everything because anything connected to the internet can obviously be accessed and probably pretty easily.
Now, I reached out to 6 of the top camera makers that the Russian website mentions in its hacking: Panasonic, Linksys, Sony, TP-Link, Foscam, and Axis. The only companies that responded were Linksys and TP-Link. They both denied me an interview, but sent these statements. Linksys reads in part, Linksys stopped selling those older IP cameras and posted firmware updates to our website for all Linksys cameras that shipped with default passwords and did not force users to change those default passwords. And TP-Link wrote in part, we are developing a new access process that will force users to log in with a unique username and password. To read more in the entire statements, go to our Newsnet 5 app. I'm Jonathan Walsh, News Channel 5.
Wow, Jonathan.
That is a wow.
So easy to overlook that simple thing, changing that password.
We all have
I've
those
done it.
cameras.
Yes, we have.
Mine aren't set to my own password.
And now you know.
Yeah.